welcome back to the channel. Save. So what do we own? We started with the house here, but we sold this that we started with. And what I own is from that lump of trees to the edge of this field to that field in this little block here. So this little block is mine, and it's a full-on dairy farm, fully operational. I'm going to go and have a look at it. I'll show you around first, but we have got some work to do. I've got the doghouse over here. That's where I get to sleep when the missus is angry at me. That's my bed. I've got to share it with Rocky more often than not. This is my little garden. It's got a fireplace here, and I like to come out here and sit down and look at the property. We got chooks to our left here. We've only got one rooster and one hen. The animals are in breeding right now. There he is, there's Rocky. And I've got two horses. We've got electrified fence around these guys, so they don't touch the fence. And I usually ride them at the end of the day, so don't worry, we're not going to go horsey riding while I'm live. We're going to go down to the farm. We've got some lime to do, and the garden shed's just there to the left. Got to put some mowers in there and a little bit more decoration yet. But that's the chook pen. I've got one hen and one rooster. Not many yet, but they will breed. So let's have a fly over. I've got oat in this field, and I've combined these two fields for my wheat field. So this was two fields. Only just did it yesterday, so these have to be fertilised. My seeder doesn't fertilise, so I've got to do that separately. This is the sheep pen. I don't think I'm going to do any sheep, so this will just stay empty. It'll just be like a nature reserve, I guess. Got the workshop slurry into here, and that will turn into granuled fertiliser, and manure in here, that'll turn into granuled fertiliser. So I make my own fertiliser, make my own lime. Every time I pull rocks off the field, I dump them in here, and then we chuck it in here, add water, and we got lime. So it is full at the moment. I've got to empty it, and I've got to put up a shed, but I've only got $63,000, so I have to wait a little bit to put up another shed. In here, this is all the bale sheds, as you can see the signs there, bale storage. So straw, hay and silage bales. I don't do any bunker silage, I do it all in bales. It's easy to make TMR up that way. This is all my grass gear. I've actually just bought these two. So these are the new big bales, the ×4. They're going to make the big ones. Excuse me. This field, I'm going to make another grass field out of this one here. So onto the animal pens. We got the Swiss Browns in here. So we got 2 bulls and we got 2 cows. And we're waiting on these guys to breed. They haven't bred yet, but hopefully they will breed. These guys have only just finished breeding. So we got 10 bulls and 10 Ashires in here. 10 of each. This pen will hold 460. There's no way I'm going to pack that out with 460 cows. I'll be selling them before that happens. I want it to be more realistic. You couldn't put 460 cows in here and sustain them. You just couldn't do it. There'd be no grass. They would be just bored. There'd be nothing for them to do. This pen's well and truly overrun. It's because we've got new calves in here today. Holy smokes, we've got a lot of new calves in there today. So yeah, then we're going to go up here, and this is our trailer. It's what we use to move the cattle around. This pen will be for the Ashires. It's a nice, awesome mod what the author's done here. I forget his name and I do apologise, but this is one half of their field out here, and we can close the gate so they can't get out here, and we can rotate the fields around, so when they chew the grass out of this one, then we can close this gate off and move them out here into this field. It's fantastic. Well, mod has done a really good job. Really good job. I had a few too many trees in here, so I took some of the trees out and just put the slurry here. We've got the manure on the other side. So, and I whipped this field up, made this field. This is all grass, and this is a grass field as well. So we are going to go through a lot of grass. Grass, hay and silage is my primary crop, you could say, to keep all the cattle running. And I've got chickens over here. I've only just got them here just for something different. So I need one field of oat, and I won't ever have to do another field of oat again. It's only 2 horses. So what I got off the oat field will sustain them, and then the wheat field will give me the straw, and we'll feed the chooks with wheat. I was going to put a shed here. I think I might get rid of this actually, and I'm going to put a shed here. I think it's only 2 grand, might be 5 grand, but I want to store in big bags my lime and fertilizers. Also I want to store the chicken eggs here as well, so I think that this might do fairly well. Now I want to be able to look at the house, look out and still see the chook pen, so I think if I put it this way it might be alright. If I put it this way, I'm going to be looking at a side wall, and I don't want to be doing that. So I'm going to lay this down here. I know I shouldn't, but I just did, and I'll just give it a little bit of paint, just briefly. Not forest, where's the dry grass? This one. So that's the basic formation. It's actually not dry grass, it's actually stone cobble. That's what it is, but we'll just put a little bit of grass on the inside here. And now we'll come across to the dirt, which is... The author's put a lot in here. You'll see all the decorating that I've done when we go around the map here. Alright, that's a bit better. Give it that sort of trampled look. So I'll start emptying out the lime and fertilizer. I'll be storing it in big bags up here, and then we'll go to the normal dirt. There it is there. And we'll be storing it up here. Let's give it a little bit more of a realistic kind of vibe to it. That'll do. Okay, off to work. So we do got to do all this fertilisation. There's so much fertilising to do, it's not funny. We've got the wash bay down here. We can also use this as a drive-through. I could try and smooth that up a little bit. I might try that later. You got the hay, grass and straw shed just there. That's my silo. Now I've put some extenders on the back, and as far as I'm concerned, it's only ever going to hold 3 crops. The 2 silos, the smaller ones at the front, then the 2 centre ones are the tallest 2, and the ones behind is for the 3rd crop. So 3 crops in there, that's it. I'm not going to put 20 different products into a silo. That's just really unrealistic. I want to play realistic, which is I play on hard, I play on fast fuel, and everything on except weeds. So yeah, this is all the bale shed and that here. Got some signs up, probably too many. I'll probably end up taking them off, but I only just downloaded that, so I just thought I'd pop them up and have a look at them. I've got to go and get my weight. I've got 1 small tractor, 1 medium tractor and 1 large. This is my large one, the 7 series. 7R Johnny Deere. I'm going to put grass in there today. So yeah, that's pretty much a look at the farm. We also got, when visitors are coming in, we got farm animal area. So don't be telling me that you weren't told to slow down because you're coming into the livestock area. All right, we don't want them spooked. We don't want them jumping pens and freaking out. So drive with caution. Speed limit 30 kilometres an hour. And you can see my tractor's set to 30 kilometres an hour. And slurry, and this is the main manure area here. We go up the ramp there to load into the trailer, considering that the front end loader doesn't reach up quite high enough. So yeah, and seed production, make our own seeds here, so they'll go in big bags as well. And it's rather hilly, up and down. It's very nice. It's a great map. I think he's done a fantastic job, and also allows us to, us players, allows us to put our little touches on. Things that I always like to do is I never play a map how it comes. So I always tinker with it. I always like to put my own little creativity onto it. And there's no way I just collided with that. Like, please behave. Alright, that'll do. We're gonna grab some lime, and that's the fertilizer storage area. We will be changing them signs out, because now we've actually got a storage shed. And this still should have 60% lime or something around there. Oh no. This has got the front end loader on it. I'm gonna have to change this out. I might have to meet the medium tractor. We'll put the 3-point on. Alright, we can change that back around as we see fit. Grab the weight. And yeah, I think there was about 60% lime left in this one. 15. Boy, oh boy, wasn't I wrong. And it doesn't last very long, so field. And just quickly throw this down. And then I've got some fertilising to do, and then I'm going to be just almost had an accident out front of my house. The car just locked his brakes up big time. Alright, down to 30 please. I don't want to spook my livestock. So let's start here. Now, I make my own lime, so we got a lot of stone off our property, like a lot, and this is now the third cut we're doing. and I've only just started to use the stone, but you can buy stone, you can buy it really cheaply, so I might actually end up turning stones off and then just buy the stone so I can make the lime. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way. I mean, to buy the stone is a lot cheaper than collecting it, like a lot cheaper. So I'm probably going to run some oilseed radish around the border of this one. As you can see, it's a bit of a hill up there. It's quite a fun field to work on. You can hear the tractors working real hard, especially when I bring the medium Fiat out here to seed. You can hear it working its guts out, which is what I like. I like to hear the tractors doing real good, working hard. Let's top up the lime again. We may have to top this lime up. I think it holds around 90,000 litres, so we should be okay until next planting season, so shouldn't have any dramas. But in the off season after the cut, I'll definitely fill it back up again, or perhaps even today when I take everything out as big bags. More than likely it'll be today. I'll just up the ante now and I'll do a headland. And this has a 36 metre spread, which is really cool. Now I don't really have to go right out to the border because I'm going to put oilseed radish around as a border, so when I send the worker in to mow the grass, the worker's not going to hit every tree and come to a stop and cannot find field and do all that crazy stuff that the game does. And we're almost out. Probably one more fill up, we'll have this field complete. Yeah, one more. As you can see, it's quite hilly up the back there. It really is good fun to work on this farm. So I've got all the livestock way down the back of the farm here, away from the road, and the breeding pens, those guys get left alone. So what are we in, September? And let's just have a quick look here. Yes. Not the news I wanted. Wasn't the news I wanted. $61,000. Money in this game is you've got nothing for ages, and then all of a sudden you start making money, and then before you know it, you've got $1 million or two, like real easily. So it's always a struggle to get going. It's always a bit of a struggle to start making money, but once you start making money, then you make oodles of it. You make so much. So my plan for this farm is to make money from breeding livestock, and not so much selling crop. I'm not growing crop to sell it to make a profit, which is what I would normally do in any other build. The crop I grow is so I can feed my livestock, and that's the only purpose for it. Wheat or barley will give me straw. Oh, you are kidding me. Wheat or barley will give me straw. And we'll also feed the chickens. So that's a bonus there. And the grass will give me hay, which will feed the horses. Straw. Hay, silage and grass. So all of my crops are covered for animal feed. And I've got a big wheat field out there, and to the left of that is the oat field. Now I'll only have to do the oats once. The oats are for the horse feed. I've got 2 horses, and what comes off that field will feed those 2 horses till the end of this series and still have so much left over. So I won't sell it. It's just there to feed the horses. So that'll only be the one field, and I'll probably just put variance down between barley and wheat. More than likely that's what I'll do. So I'll rotate the field, barley, wheat, barley, wheat. Oh, of course, it always misses one little dot, doesn't it? It always does it. That's Farm Simulator for you. Always misses one little speck here and one little speck there. 36 metre range. Well, that's this field done now. And my whinging along with it. So what I'll do, I'm going to top this up. Oh. I didn't mean to come up here. I put that fence there to remind me to stop using this as a bypass area. Excuse me. Oh dear. Okay, so we'll go and drop a couple of bags of this off up at the new shed that we just put down. May as well put that into good use. We'll come up later and pack them away. Since we're here, I may as well run it up. So that's all the lime done. I might just dump these off here, just past the shed. What do we get out of that? 2, they are big bags, aren't they? It's truth. They're massive bags. Fertilising out. So yeah, it's rather hilly. It's great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. This is where the manure, actually, this one's manure that gives me granuled. Doesn't come out of the pipe, unfortunately. Be good if it did, but it doesn't. And I reckon I'll send the worker onto this. If I just do one row across and one row up the other side, they probably, and I say probably, won't make a mistake. Is it too early? Well, the work is still continuing on, so if that field didn't need to be fertilised, the worker would have said no field found. I've got to turn auto save. Okay. Ah, of course. This field's completely done, so that was just a waste of 3%. At least I caught it in time. And there we go. As you can see, we have progress. Door open, thank you. Got 12:30 already. I'll grab this seeder. I think I should grab the weight. Have I got the linkage on the front? Yes, I do. This might be a real struggle. I'll have to use the smaller one. I'm going to put one row, oh, I'm not watching, I'm going to put one row of oilseed radish around just so the worker has half a chance of working out the simple task of not running into trees and saying you're lost and you can't find the field. Nothing annoys me more. Actually, this is quite a wide spread. I might actually hire. Yeah, I'm going to lose a third of the field. I'm going to lose a third of the field if I use this. So I'm going to duck up to the shop and hopefully my worker won't run out too quick. Oh, it's an easy pass the animal pens. What I am going to do is just hire a small seeder, I'll release one, and then I'll come back and do grass with this, so I'll have the grass all set up for it. Make sure this guy's behaving himself. I have no trust for the workers at all. They are every bit as useless as what they were in FS22. They might be able to do an extra job or two, but they still don't do anything thoroughly. So far so good. He'll be finished before I get back from the shop. I turn traffic off just because it annoys the hell out of me. And what I will do then is just quickly send him down there, and he should go to the shop. So I do have a large tractor, but it's not the biggest of large, if you know what I mean. This is only the 7 series, so it's not super duper huge by any means, but it still is the size of a large tractor, without all the craziness. So you can actually get a front end loader on this one, and the Class is the only other large tractor that you can put front end loaders on. The reason I got the large tractor was because the new bale sizes, the 2X, 3X and 4X, I don't know how heavy they're going to be, and I don't even know, even with a 3.3 weight. Oh, I'm wasting my time here. Stop, Stu. Jeez. Oh, driving me nuts. That's it, field's done. Just that easy. That's how simple it is. That's just how simple it is. I'll wait on the fertiliser from that field until I sow it, and we'll see how this guy manages this field, considering this is a field that I created. It's not actually a field. I may have to do this myself actually. I have no trust in the workers at all. Zero trust in the workers. They can't do anything. Can't do anything. They are that hopeless. They cannot do anything. And then come back around, come up the hill. I may as well do this myself and then bring the seeder back. I'm a bit worried about time is all, which is why I was going to use the worker. I'm a little bit worried. I play on times between times 6 and times 10. I vary it around. Yeah, we're going to miss a little bit on that corner, but that's not to worry. And as for this fence line, it's not much of a worry there either. I just grow the grass up to the fence line. Doesn't mean I have to cut it right up to the fence line. There you go. Turn this fella around. Plenty of grass. Plenty of grass. While we're running down this way, I may as well get the first row through here done as well. And I'm going to roll myself a Scooby, and we're going to let the worker do this last strip here. Surely he won't get this wrong. Surely not. Surely not. Let's hope not anyway. And good fella. Alright. That gives me a moment to free my hands up. I'm still always watching what they do. I don't trust the workers. They haven't really, they've improved a little bit, but they're still every bit as bad when they're bad. And they're bad a lot more often than what people realise. He's going to back up all the way up the field before he turns around. So, and that's because I created this field, so in a way I don't really blame the game for the worker not realising it. Sometimes it can take a couple of cuts or a couple of times working on the field for the AI to understand that it is a field. And the same as when you send them to when you send the workers on certain routes to travel places, the more they do it, the more the game realises what it is that you're expecting of it. So, you know, they've done pretty good for what it is. We in the community got high expectations of everything, so, you know, all in all, I think Giants have done fairly well. Things could be better, but things could also be a lot worse. And I'm still playing the game, so it can't be that bad. Well, that's it. That's our fertilisation done. Very good. top this up. Because after seeding this field out here, I'm going to have to throw down fertiliser on it. So we'll leave old mate over here. We will obey my own speed limit. I don't want to freak the cows out. I need them to breed, and today's breeding day. So tonight, overnight, they will breed. And if they don't, I'm going to have to wait another 12 months. Alright, shop trigger's just here somewhere. Where's this? There it is. And oh no, I've only got 60 grand. I need to buy this. That's what I make the TMR with. I've got the perfect ratio for that. I could use this, but it's just too big and too expensive. So, and I haven't worked out the ratio for that one yet, especially now we're having big bales and straw blower, but they can come later. There's no big rush for that. These are the new bales here. Selectable bale capacity, and a bit disappointed that this here, the fast baler, I wish this one would do it, because it keeps you moving. You don't have to keep stopping when you do round bales, and my silage bales are round. My hay, straw and grass are square. So that's how I like to, that's just how I like to bale. That's just how I like to do it. Okay. I think 4 metre boundary would be the best. 6 metres is too much, so that is 1,050 an hour. I'm going to slow time down here so it doesn't cost me every cent I've got left. We'll just go ×2, make it a little more realistic. Simply, once that money's gone, my bank loan's maxed out, so I can't get any more money. The only way, if I get into trouble, is to sell stuff, and I don't want to sell stuff. I don't want to get to that stage. Zip back to the farm, kick the door open. It's a nice day today. Big bump here. Whoa! I'm going to have to get the weight. I'm going to have to put a weight on the front of this. Most definitely. It's really heavy. Put oilseed radish, 3 metre width around that field. Money does not last very long in this game. As soon as you got it, it's gone. This is my neighbour's property. And I'm going to turn traffic back on. Now this New Jersey map, he made it from the, whoop, we're going to get down here. He made it from Google Maps. Copied it precisely. Copied it from Google Maps. This is actually Google Maps on the left, up north there. Fantastic, eh? And then he's made the map out of the centre. It's a real place. It's amazing. He even said all the houses are in the right spot. just amazing, absolutely amazing. Great author and a great map. I highly recommend it. I haven't found anything too bad on the map, nothing glitchy, nothing game breaking. He's put a lot of effort and a lot of work into it and deserves reward for it. It's fantastic, 100%. We've got to get weight on the front of this, so I don't know if that'll pick. Should do. Oh, still got the indicator on. Kick this door open. Oh, it's still in the afternoon. My weight is around at the grass shed. Sorry cows. I'm trying to rush through the day here. My weight should be just here. There it is. So I've colour coded everything that belongs with everything. So the John Deere has got green and yellow. Oh, look at that, it's much better. Go over to the seeder now. Seed production. Grab some seed out of that. It only holds 5,000 litres, so you have to keep emptying it and filling it back up. Oh no. Oh no. The trigger not work with this one? Surely hope it does. Do I not got seed in there? Oh, I was going to say, I don't remember using all the seed. Okay. Get to work. That would be lifeless. Just crank it up, warm it up a little bit. Area that I need to do. Alrighty. Oilseed radish around the outside. That will help the AI worker a lot. Like a lot. So keep our line. Forestry in here. I do own part of this forest. So if worst comes to worst, I can always do a little bit of logging. But I think we're going to be okay. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some calves tomorrow. And then I can move the calves out, then I can sell half of the bulls off. Because they're old bulls, the bulls are old, and this is their last breeding season anyway, so you may as well take them down to the slaughterhouse and sell them off. Get them put down humanely, without any pain or without knowing. You won't let them witness the other bulls getting fed into the machine. So they won't know what's coming. They still be able to use their scent though, so not all is perfect with it. Alright, down we go. Hi. Come back and grab the back corner bit. I could get it anyway, but I'm pretty sure. Because we're out a tad wider than the steers, this has got the big X wheels on it. Kind of run the steer wheel along the line there and we'll be fine. The reason I'm doing this end as well, I'll do 2 strips this way, 2 strips up the other. It's because I don't want the worker to get lost and complain, and I'll leave all this little triangular bit here as there's no point coming in here to do one cut of grass. I'll just put it all as oilseed radish and leave this triangular bit as oilseed radish until a storm comes and wipes it out or something. Our steer tyre on this side and right on it, so that's pretty cool. Might as well finish this row up here. Give it to our 2-row levee room so the workers will stop before hitting trees and have enough room to turn around without any drama. Drama is not what we're looking for. We just want to farm in peace and happiness. Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind owning a bit of property like this. Get up every day with a smile on my face, knowing that this was my job. I just would that be. Think of anything better. I do it for free if it meant that I could have a roof over my head and 3 square meals a day. I would do this for free. Till my last breath on this planet. Happily. That little muck around so much is to help the AI worker. Like everything, what you put in is what you get out. I don't really need a second headland on this one, so I am going to do it anyway. When I set the mower out, I'll be running the way I am now, so you know, the worker won't have any drama running this way and back that way across the field. It's the way the worker will always cut this grass, and I send the worker to do it because as the worker's out there doing it, I'm collecting all my other tools that are needed to turn the hay, like the tedder, and bring the windrower out, get the balers out and ready. So it's all beneficial. We'll run one more headland down that way and finish the little triangular spot. And that should do it. You can send the worker on his way then to... I might have to come back up for another header here. I'm guessing that I shall have to. If only I can see better. Definitely. So at the moment I'm using my bonnet, and the right hand corner I'm just keeping that kind of in line with the edge of the line. It's a nice straight line. The workers shouldn't have any dramas at all. I am going to turn around and come back up for one final pass. So I'll use my safety lights, beacons, when I have a worker with me. I put them on this tractor as well. I usually get the worker to drive the best gear too. Now I'm just kind of guessing where the edge of my bonnet is. Just trying to keep that same line. So while I'm up here, I'll just do a quick little roundy around the corner bit there. So it's nice and easy to get. Got a nice strip of oil-seed radish. Come on, you can do it, Mom. You can do it. Very good. Can't help myself, so I've got to get every bit. Let's get off the lead there. The workers shouldn't have any problems cruising back and forth. Now pedaling up the other end. One more down here. Just give the worker every opportunity to do the right thing. Every chance for it to do the right thing. I'm not looking for dead straight lines, doesn't really matter. as long as we got a headland there. So the worker knows is the actual boundary. So, and we will run oilseed radish down the right hand side of this field, of this breeding pen just here. That should keep him away from that. And I knew that was going to happen. Probably should move some up to the top yard. I think I will do. That'll be the best thing to do. In all honesty, there's too many in that pen. Pen will hold 65, but there's no way I would ever put 65 in such a small pen. It's like cramming 35 people in a small house to live and breathe amongst. Day in, day out, it would just be a total nightmare. So when we go do a sleepy buy tonight, we'll get up tomorrow, then this should be the oilseed radish. Last field's up there. It's nice and lush. Over the hour mark, so it's another $1,000 which is fine. Nothing is ever cheap, and if it is, it's probably not worth it. Man, burning further on this is atrocious. Come on, you're costing me money. Go, go, go. Time and time and time. Fiddly, but your farm represents your character, I guess. Must put a lot of effort in. You can only praise it, right? Right, now we'll just do a header around here so the worker doesn't get all lost and have to be pushing it up. Nothing more annoying than that. Keep this nice row. It will also look good against the breeding pen here. different texture to the grass, and it stands out when the grass is all nicely cut. It looks great, it looks really good. I'll hold here for one moment. I need to roll up. Smoke all over. Back to work. It may seem pointless me doing this, but you'll see that it's beneficial. So what you put in for something is what you get out of it. Out of the way here, we'll be down. This should give the final strip. I can't leave one little speck. I just can't do it. The OCD. I might have to do one more. I have to do one more. Just one more, and then I'll curve it and do just a half one down that way. Oh my God. Oh no, that's stone. Must have slipped when I was painting. So now the AI worker will be able to cut the grass up and down and not run into that fence and go, oh, no fuel. Try and give this a halfie. Too keen to get the cedar down. Nonetheless, we're all done. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep the seat. I'm going to give that away. There, I can't believe it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Don't like the chances of getting around this tree, so that one's unavoidable. Can get this side of it though. We got it. Happy. Stay off the seat bed now. There we go. So it's enough for the AI worker to not get confused at all. excuse me, without too much trouble. Just trying to ease this in to line up with the fence of the cattle at the front there. That job done. We'll take these feeds up to the storage shed. Driving a bit past the cattle. Break my own rules all the time. Bit of a bump here. Now I can use the landscaping tool and make that completely smooth. I'll get to that soon. Up R3. Let's get a move on. And I'm going to call the shop. Tell them to come and pick up their equipment, please. Return. Return. Thank you very much. Stay open, door. Whoosh. Big seeder and the large tractor do this job. Drop our weight back off. I like to put everything back where it belongs at all times. And that way you never have to look for it. Alright. Mr. John. Time for you to go to work, son. Oh, that was down. When did that happen? I'm going to put the weight on the front. So all that grass there is paintable, and because it's paintable it grows. There's only one type that grows. So you don't really have to do grass fields if you were a little bit on the lazier side. And there's our big seeder there. I'll probably sell that. I'm probably going to sell this, more than likely. That red one there. The Lincoln is big enough for this farm. I think I've got enough seed. Yep, moo, you better breed, otherwise it's off to the slaughterhouse. Get this open up and ready to roll. I think I'll start. Actually, I'll start with the headland here. Now, by rights, these seeds shouldn't seed over the top of each other. Of course, this game makes everything as difficult as it possibly can do. Every time you try and do something, it's programmed like that, and it's rather annoying. Rather annoying. Oh no. As the rain buckets down at my home. Yes, I'm in for a cold night. Very cold night. And we'll just stop there. I probably should run a headland this way and this way. Now hopefully these seeds won't overrun each other. I have done it before, and sometimes it works and other times it'll overseed. So it's a bit of a 50-50. It all depends on the map. Oh my god. This is a joke. We're good, we're good. And for some reason it just magically turns 45 degrees. It's just little bits of programming like that that I really can't stand. It's, that annoys me. Alright, now we're going to do the normal seeding. I'm going to ignore that dot there. Let's go. Let's get this done. 20 to 4 in the afternoon. Time is running short. Very short. So I really hope this headland stays. And like I said, it depends on the map. Sometimes the map will overseed if it's lapped, and other times it will just not put seed down where it already recognises it had previously been seeded. And this will be a good day's work, completely done. See, look how it's going sideways. It's going 45 degrees sideways. Like, come off it. I'd like to see a seeder do that in real life. So there is some things about this game that I get really frustrated with, really annoyed at. But, I'm part of the community too. And we have very high expectations, there's no doubt about that. Oh boy, it's bucketing down big time. And that usually means a power outage. Live in a first world country, Australia, we can't even keep power on. So if the stream just drops out, you'll know that that our electricity is well and truly decades out of date. They shut down all our coal mines. And they're shutting down all of our coal power plants as well. And we're never going to have enough power produced to sustain inhabitable country. Coal is cheap, it's efficient, and it is nowhere near as dirty as solar power. Solar power uses 4 times the amount of toxicity for what it produces for one time. I don't know where these people think when they're talking about going green, because they're not going green at all. They're actually using more carbon dioxide than what they are with how we're doing it right now. Go figure. People call them the brains of the world. I call them the fools. Alright. And off we go. Just got to give it a second for the seeder to lay down. If you go racing through it, there's a very good possibility you're going to miss a little bit, especially on the turn. So tomorrow, as soon as I finish seeding here, I'm going to duck up home, sleep for the night, and this field should look pretty cool when we wake up tomorrow and come down and check it out. And I'll put the fertiliser stake down on it then. I won't do it today. I'll let the seed just settle in a little bit. Seeder down and go. Don't miss it, don't miss that bit. So another good way to do it is on your bonnet, you got that line, you just line it up with one of the lines on the field, and that'll help you keep nice and straight. You can get to a point, if you keep touching it a little bit right, a little bit left, you'll end up finding the dead straight line area. Don't worry about it going up and down, just worry about the middle of the bonnet, staying between the two grooved lines. You can get a little bit hypnotic at times, but that's how I play in first person and do everything. Like in first person, that's how I line things up. As for the rest of the tools, depends on what you're used to using as to where you line it up and where you, because I like to play in first person. It's a lot more realistic, and I don't know, it's just cool. It's like when I watch other people play, they're doing this and this with the camera, and it's just like, just leave it in one damn spot, you know. It's, if you're playing the game, fair enough, but if other people are watching, it's, you know, yeah. So in first person, you'd look around and boom, lift her up. 1, 2, 3, full lock left, drag that straight, and now full lock right, and that should line us up fairly well. Get the line now as we're lining up. There's my line, and hopefully she'll keep going straight, and we're a little bit off course. Ooh, little bit off. I was one line off. And we've got to back it all this way back to line it up again. Alright, we're lined up. Come up the front. That wheel out there is turning back to front. Not sure how that happens. So off we go. Pick our line. That's fairly straight. Lovely. And we're right on the edge on there, so if we look forward, you can see that the edge of the lime line there is straight, so we shouldn't have any problem like missing a groove. So, and we haven't, which is great news. So I turn this way because if I went straight and the seeds do overlap and will reseed, well then I'm going to lose the oilseed radish that I put down, so it would just be a waste of time me having done that. But I haven't double seeded any fields yet, so I don't know how this map is going to cope with that. And lift it up, and on the last run we'll go home and sleep and see how it looks tomorrow. I could look at the overhead map, but I don't want to. I don't want to see any mistakes. And we could overlap that little bit there. Job done. Turn it off, lift it up, fold it away. I'm going to try and get off the field so it doesn't dig the field up as it's packing away. And we'll stop here because it works its way backwards, so frictions pull on your back as you're trying to drive forward and spins you out. I'll just put him home. I think I've turned a bit late. No, we're in. It's a massive seeder, this thing. Does all crop too, so it's definitely a go-to. Fertiliser. Alright, let's go and sleep for the night. The animals are fine. They got full TMR. I spent all day in the game yesterday making up TMR, and they got full water. We do got to put these bags away, but there's no rain coming, so we can leave them out until tomorrow. And 4 PM we're back home. Nice easy day. Just fill in our logbook here, and we'll consider that done. Yeah, you were going to go for a ride, but I'm live, so I'm not going to go for a ride. Good night, farm. Alright, let's go see how these fields come up. I'm on a 1-day cycle at present. That will be flicked back to 2-day cycle. Oh dear. I should have turned autosave off. It's rather annoying. So, autosave off. Times 10. And 1 day, we'll leave it on 1 day just for now. And I don't want the help window on. Thank you. Oh, it looks a little cloudy. I don't think we got rain. I'll give Rocky his dinner, or his breakfast. The horses can wait a day before they get another ride. It's not going to hurt them. And we'll just have a walk around the tractor, see if we see anything. Blown globe, anything hanging off it, or oil or water on the ground somewhere. Everything seems fine. Okay. Oh, here he comes, coming to get his grub. Go Rocky, go Rocky, go Rocky. Look at him, look, he's hungry. It's like I've never fed him. We'll just have a look at the chooks. I say chooks, I got one hen and I got one rooster. They're in there somewhere. They are newborns, so I didn't buy any older ones. Not really interested in doing eggs, but I do like that chook pen, so I decided to use it. And we'll just sell the chickens for meat as they breed and get a little bit older. Let's go and see how this field's looking. Nice easy cruise through the livestock area. Yes, excellent. It didn't double seed, so I was being overly cautious, but fantastic. I'm very happy with this. What you put in is what you get out of it. Get out of here, stupid. Come here, Bambi. We're having deer for dinner. So as you can see, it's a rather thick headland, but that's what I chose to do so that the AI worker will be able to mow this and I shouldn't have to interfere or stop him in any way, shape or form. He should just mow the entire field without a problem. Here's hoping. Alright, so it's time to fertilise. We'll just put the weight down here. I'm not going to pick the fertiliser up straight away because it's going to be very, very heavy. So we need to counteract that weight with this weight on the back. And up she goes. Now this is meant to go on the back, but not me. I do things my way. So I don't need to do the oilseed radish. So what I might do is just a quick flick of a headland here. Oh, these trees, are you kidding me? Alright, just move over a little bit more. And up and away. You should reach out to that edge there. We'll stop it there. We can get this little corner bit. And now we can turn around. Do our headland up here. And that's got it there. That's a pretty good line. So I'm looking at the square corner of the field and I'm just trying to find the best square line in first person. That's got that. This is a 36 metre width. So as a guess, we're going to be pretty close to the line here. And we've got it fairly well. Now there's no actual line to see, so I'm just kind of trying to line it up with the two orange trees that I can see ahead between the two evergreens. So far it's keeping a pretty straight line. We're reaching the edge of the field, we're overlapping it, which is no worries. Turn that off, run a headland down here and then we're done. And we've got plenty of grass. We should never ever run out of bales once these are ready. We've got a lot of head of cattle there, and we're going to see if we've got newborns. Hopefully there'll be some calves. This pen straight ahead that I've got the Swiss in, that's actually the bull pen. All the bulls are going to go into that one. It's just that I've got the Swiss Browns breeding up in there for the moment. They're going to go up to the the field right up the top. So I've already got all that planned, and the dairy, all the brown and white dairies will be down here, and the Swiss Browns will be up the top. So they don't give as much milk, so they can be up over there near the road, a little bit noisier. It doesn't matter if they produce a little less milk, that's fine. I'll tell you what, I think we're just about done here. We will be after this row. All done. Oh, I can't see if I've done this little bit. That's it, we're going to call that finito. Let's just have a quick look at the map now. Fertilisation state, there's my farm. Double, 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 double. Fantastic. And our grass fields are done. That little bit there, why did I miss this little bit? I'm not harvesting today. You'll see it says ready to harvest, but I don't harvest until I see brown tips on the edge of the grass. So one more day. When it says ready to harvest, leave it one more day. Yeah, I missed this little section here, so I'm going to go up and throw some fertiliser on that. That'll be our day done. We will have just a quick squeeze at the animal pens here. And yeah, 10, 10, 10, 10, 3, 3. No calves. Which means we have to wait another 12 months next season before we get calves. I suppose that lets us prepare for all the bales that we're going to need anyhow, so... now this should show me... Come on, what are you doing? Go! Stupid! Yep, we got fertiliser in here. Very strange. Not sure what happened there. I must have got sidetracked and forgot to do it. Now our wheat is planted, but it's winter wheat, so it's not going to come up until winter. That field is acting very strange. And we've got to shoot some down here. So we'll just do a U-turn. Oh, I've got to be careful here. We'll end up crashing. This is where I join the two fields together, so should be a little bit further up. A little bit further, just here somewhere. There we go, right here. So this was two fields. I made it one big wheat field, and we're on par. So this should cover both sides, no worries. No problem at all. Get the safeties on. This doesn't have beacons, by the way. That is an odd bit of the field, so I just left the original corn sitting there, and it can stay there until it withers and disappears on its own. Careful there, tiger. Come out of there a bit quick. Alright. And here's home. Coming in the back of the horse pen, it's really tight, so the small and medium tractor will get up here okay. Just this large one is a little bit trickier. Don't want to ruin my garden bed. Thank you very much. Turn these lights off, we don't need them. And we'll jump into the we'll jump in the Fiat. Let's give this a real quick tub. Not too worried about the tractor. I'll just do a little bit on the windscreen there. Just a little bit. I don't want them perfectly clean. That's better. So this belongs over here, but we don't fill it up. Grab our front end loader, we got the weight on the back. Oh. I'll grab the medium tractor for this. I like the Fiat, it's one of my favourite tractor. Not sure where it is right now, actually. Where is the Fiat? Oh, right here. And the big bag lifter's already attached, so that's good. It's all working nicely. Grab our weight. I don't think we'll really need it, but it's nothing worse than going up the other end of the farm and realising, geez, I could have used a weight. There we go. Just flick across to our front end loader tool. Ready. Up there and put them bags away. We'll start getting a nice little storage area up there. We can turn the production off and save some money, down to $55,000. A couple of more in-game days without making money and the bank will swallow that up through interest. So I want the lime on the left, it's the usual routine that I do. Seeds on the right. So that's a pretty good mod. Nice and easy to use. These are the seeds. Drop that off there. Whoop, whoop. Front end ladle's down a little low. Got the big chunky boy tyres on here as well. And camera. And there we go. Drop him off there. Grab our fertiliser. And this goes dead centre. And that way I never ever mix them up. If I come in to get seed, then I get seed. Instead of accidentally picking up lime or fertiliser, or you know. Let's pick this up, these are rather heavy. Put these in the left corner. Oh. Distance, very hard to judge in 2D. Okie dokie. That's them put away. Now our fields are all done and ready. The animals are done. Unfortunately they didn't breed. So a little bit sorrowful about that. We'll bunk down and have another sleep. Call it an early day. Have a barbecue. Fertiliser goes straight down the middle. Last bag. Everything's all neatly put away and everything is in its place. Everything has a place and every place has its thing. An old saying, but it's a goodie. And I think I'll leave this attachment on it. I'll leave the attachment on it. We're going to be doing big bags. Well, actually I won't, because we're going to cut the grass tomorrow and the day after. This field up here will be ready, so may as well just drop it off in preparation. Playing on ×10 doesn't give you a lot of time at all to harvest. You've got to get in there, get it done, and then get out of there. weight on, which we'll now put on to the front. We'll just lower that and drop it off. Turn around, we'll park it in the shed and get it ready for tomorrow's cut, which I'm looking forward to. Get some bales here finally. And what's more exciting is those balers. We'll see how big these bales are and how heavy they are. Could be interesting. I may have to turn the autosave off just to make sure that it's not going to crash my game in any way. This is the bale shed here, so it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it, but it won't be in today. Of course, it won't be today because I'm going to duck home now and sleep the day through. And there you go, look at that. Farm's ready. It's only a little farm, but it's bigger than what one realises. So when we wake up, I'm going to call this done, and I'll come back tomorrow and continue on from where we leave off right now. And take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now I don't know why this keeps coming up. The help window keeps coming up. I don't understand why. Anyhow, let's save the game. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.